So let's see what uh, can you see my screen? Okay, all right. So did you install this git hyphen scm? Okay. Um, yeah, you can do it later. So this is still pending. So when do you think you can do today? Okay. Okay. And we went through the basic program structure, Java execution flow. So did you go again through these questions? So are you comfortable answering these questions now? Hmm. So you're not sure about this bytecode and machine code, right? Okay. So what is bytecode? So when we compile our main Java file, okay. So when we compile it, so after compiling, it becomes a bytecode, okay. And this is done by our Java compiler. So what it will do, it will take our .java file and it will compile it to a bytecode. So yeah, so what is bytecode? So it is like a binary representation of the class. Okay, you can say that, yeah, it is a binary representation. Yeah, and it is platform independent. So there are questions like why Java is better than C++. So I'd like to go through that question also, like why Java is better than C++. Okay, just research about this and yeah, you can answer this also. Because in Java, bytecode is getting produced, which is a platform independent. So that's why you can use Java in almost any other platforms. Like you can uh, execute the bytecode in Mac OS, Linux, Windows. You can execute it anywhere, but that's not the case with other programming languages. So, yeah, so that's what bytecode is all about. And now, what is machine code? So, whenever our bytecode file goes through the JVM, so you can see this bytecode file goes through this JVM, so it will go through this class loader. Now, what this class loader will do, it will it will load the binary representation of the class into the memory. So basically, what is the binary representation of the class? So machine code is basically the binary representation of the class. Like after compiling this dot class file, we get the we get the machine code. So I hope, wait, let me write it here. So after compiling the byte, after going through the process of JVM, and when it goes to class loader, the bytecode gets converted into machine code. Okay. You can also search this question again in Copilot and get your answers. So for now, I will just keep this in progress. You can do this later. I'll increase the due date to tomorrow. Maybe let's go through this tomorrow when you go through those bytecode and machine code thing. Okay. Now, did you go through this object class, access modifier, static, these things? So these code, right? Okay. I know you must be busy also. So let's try to finish everything in session only, and I will not give you much post-session task. So we'll do maximum task here only. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I understand. So we'll do maximum things here, but just for this sake of revision, I'll be keeping that in progress. I will only mark it as done when you finally give me the um green flag that yes, you are ready. Here, did you? Okay, these things I hope you're clear, right? So what are packages? This is global field, and what is static initialization block? Access modifiers, private, protected, public. So my question is, what is private access modifier? Okay, okay. Now, but who can access the private class?
Only the one that is the class that was named in the stats of the file name which was mentioned.
Okay. And you know static now, what is static class, static variable and methods?
Static class.
What are static classes?
So I think I don't remember. I remember static input.
Okay. So it is written also like only inner classes or nested classes can be defined as static and not the outer class. So there are two types of classes basically.
Okay.
Let me open my IntelliJ. So first class is outer class, which is the like normal one. Okay. So let's say you have this class is core. So this
Okay.
is the outer class.
Okay.
This is our outer class. Why this is outer class? Because there is no class inside it and it's the only class, right?
Yeah.
But when you create another class inside this, for example, another class, let's say its name is um, calculate. So in that case, this is the outer class and this is the inner class. So in static class, what we can say that so only nested or inner classes can be defined as static. So this looks like it's a nested class. So apart from this, if you put this class here outside and keep it static, it's okay. Static is not allowed here. Yeah, correct. Makes sense. So for now, let's just say that yeah, you have a static class here inside the another like inside the outer class. So it can be
That's a
defined as
static.
static or not the outer. So only the inner classes are can be defined as static. Okay.
Static class.
Yeah. Only the inner and nested class. Now, what is static variable? So I told you that if you have a global field or maybe class level field and you want to use this field without creating an object, then in that case you need to use static. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I think these things are already clear. So um, did you went through these questions? What are
Yeah.
static classes? So this is clear. You have an outer class, so
Mhm.
that cannot be made as static class. Okay. Only
Okay.
the inner classes or nested classes can be made static.
Okay. Okay.
Now, second question is, can any class be declared as static class? No, only
No.
the inner one. Third question is, what are static methods? So static methods are the methods. So what are methods? So methods basically inside a class when we create a method, we say that that method is the part of the class. Okay.
Yeah.
And when we want to access that method without creating the object, in that case, we specify it as static. So that we don't have to create object and call it like that.
Okay.
Now, how is that different from non-static members? So again, for non-static members, we need to create objects, and only then we can access those methods. Okay.
Uh,
Now, how should you access class members that are static? Okay. So for a static member, we can directly call them. Okay. We don't have to mention anything like any class, specific class name or creating objects. So these are repetitively same questions, as you can see. Just go through it once whenever you have free time. And we have a static initialization block as well, which is basically used to initialize anything. So it will basically run when you create an object, but it will run only once. Okay. I hope now you remember whatever we have gone through yesterday.
yeah.
So it will run
Static
only once. So
initialization.
that's why I mentioned the table also here. So difference
Yeah. Yeah.
between
Remember.
constructor and static initialization block. Okay, so these things are done. I'm gonna mark this as done. I don't think you know this now.
Yes.
Oops. And this also, these are not a lot to take. But if you want to revise, you can just go through these notes and answer those questions. Now, did you solve any questions from the coding part?
No, sir. I didn't solve any questions. I just answered some few questions which I told you, and I just read.
Hmm. Okay. So for today's session, we will be covering what is finally block execution, return from finally, and finalize. And what is widening versus narrowing conversions, getter and setters, warags, these things. And apart from this, we'll be going through pass by value or pass by reference, naming conventions as well. We'll see if we have more time, then we'll just add few more topics. But we have some questions to solve as well, which is the coding part. So I think we won't be having much time. So we have both of these things. Even we will be covering post session today only in the session. So let's say this is in session task. All right.
Yes.
So you tell me what can we go first? Like, do you want to code first or just go through these topics?
I think we can go to the topics first, so I can coordinate with you.
All right. So we'll go through the topics. Okay. So here we have our topics. Now the topic is what is finally. So finally is a keyword. But why do we use finally? Usually there is one more keyword which is final. So final is a keyword which we use when we want to fix the reference of an object. Okay.
Final.
So yeah, it will fix the reference of an object. And if it's not an object, if it's a primitive data type, then in that case, the value will also be same. So it cannot be changed. So I'll just write here as well about final. What is final keyword? So it is a keyword used to specify
Fix.
that it is used to specify that an object reference can be changed, or a primitive variable or field value can't be changed. Okay, this is the definition for final keyword. Now, did you understand this whole line?
Yes, sir.
So, are you okay with this term object reference?
Yes.
So, object reference is the memory allocation, which is the memory allocated for an object. So, are you okay with the term object itself?
Yeah.
What is the
It
object?
refers to what is the other word, sir?
Object reference.
No, no. You said, am I okay with the? Okay, okay. Yeah.
Object.
Object reference is fine. Object reference is fine.
Is it fine? Okay.
Yes.
So, it is used to specify that an object reference cannot be changed. So, if you if you put a final keyword before an object or before an field, so its value cannot be changed.
Okay.
Now, a good question which comes, let's say we have an object of array list. Okay, are you aware of array?
Yeah. Array.
Okay, so in Java we have similar thing which is array list. So let's create an array list. Array list. Let's say we have integer inside it. Like its name is array is equals to new array list this. So suppose let's say we have something like, for example, we have 1 2 3 4 5. Now can you change this array if we put final here? Let's say we have a final array list. Array is equals to new. Now can we change the values of this array?
No, sir.
Can we say that array dot I don't know how to put values here, but yeah. Can we say that at the index 0, can we replace 1 with 2?
No, sir. You cannot do that
Why?
because we have used the final keyword.
No, that's what I was trying to tell you. This is not correct. Okay, false statement. This can be done. So by object reference, what I mean is the memory
Okay.
cannot be changed. So memory, we are not changing the memory, okay? We are just changing the value inside the object. So it's an object. It's an object of array list. So we can change the value inside the array, okay?
But we cannot change the
Yeah,
address.
yeah. So it's an object reference. So we cannot change the object reference. So let's just do this in our IntelliJ. Let's see what happens. Okay, we'll just create an array list. Yeah, which comes under java.util integer array is equals to new array list. Okay, fine. Let's say that it is a final. So um, let's add few values inside the array. Let's say first value is 1, array dot add 2, array dot add 3. So don't worry about this syntax. I will teach you this later. So we are adding some values inside the array, and let's print out this array. Okay, we're printing this. Let's run it. It says what? Okay, we have this. Okay, it says we have an array with value 1, 2, 3. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's change the value of index 1, and we want to change it with 3. Sorry, let's go through this set again. What is the arguments? Index and element, yeah. So let's set the index 1 with value 6. And let's print out this again. So ideally, if we are doing final, so it should not be, it should be changed with 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should be replaced with 6. Wait, what? No, it should not be replaced with
It should
6.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, if we are doing final, it should not be. But why it's changing? Why it's still changing, right? Because we are not changing the array memory. We are just changing the value inside it. Okay?
Okay.
We are not
Okay.
changing the reference. So the meaning of this keyword final is object reference cannot be changed. I hope you got it now.
Yes. Continue.
Let's create another variable like final integer a, and we keep, let's say the value is 3. Okay, let's print out this. Okay, let's change this value to 4, and you can see now we are getting error. You can see we are getting this error. It says we cannot assign a value to final variable. Okay, because this is not an object. This is a primitive. This is not an object. This is a primitive variable. Okay, this is just a variable. So the final is object reference which cannot be changed, and if it's a variable, then it can be changed. Like then it cannot be changed.
Yeah. So, sir, where will it not change over here?
What happened?
After you put the final int, that's when it stops changing, right?
Yeah, if I do this, then it will. You can change it. See, it got changed to 4, but if we do final, then we will get error. We cannot assign it with a new value.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Yep. I hope it's clear now. Just one
Yes.
more example I'd like to share. Let's say if we have a string, okay, and x is equals to so let's print out this. Okay, let's say if it is a final, All right.
Mhm. How come you
Now,
didn't print first one?
what happened?
Okay, okay, no, no, no. I thought you were first demonstrating without the final.
Yeah, no, no.
Okay, okay,
Uh, let's say we have a string x with value mukun and it is a final. So
okay.
can you change the value of this to, let's say, Shishan? Can you do this? It is saying that we cannot assign a value to final variable.
Mm-hmm.
What
Because
does
the
this
string
mean?
final.
Isn't this
Okay.
string supposed to be object, right?
Yeah.
Because string is a class and it's a final class as well. So isn't that this string supposed to be an object,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So it
supposed
should
to
be
be.
changed, right? It can be changed. The
Yeah,
value, but
because
what
it's not
very
the object
strange.
reference which we are changing, right?
Yeah,
It's only
very
the
very
object itself.
strange thing, right? So what is happening here? Why suddenly we are getting error here, even though the X is an object, according to us. Okay, let's pass it to Copilot and see what is the answer. So, yeah, we'll get error here because final in Java means you cannot reassign the variable. Now you're telling the compiler, hey, X, okay, but isn't X an object? Now, here, this is a good question. X, according to us, X should be an object, right? Because it's a type of string, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but X is a reference to a string object.
Why?
Okay, X is a reference to a string object. Let's give everything. Uh, can you explain everything and especially very confusing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, when we were creating array list, in that case, we are declaring a final reference to an array list object. So this is a array list object, and we are referencing that this reference is a final. This means that we cannot reassign array to point to another array list, but we can modify the contents of the list. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
We cannot say that this array is equal to some other array, but yeah, we can definitely change the value like we did, yeah, like we did here. Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So similarly, this is working because it's a primitive type, and final means you cannot change its value, so this is okay. But here in this case, string is an object. Okay, now uh, what I mentioned here, that you should notice, I told you that it is used to specify that an object reference cannot be changed. Okay, and in this case, in array list case, we are having this array as an reference. Okay, it will create an array list object as a reference. But when we did with string, so we are not creating a reference, we are just creating an object. Okay, we're not saying that it's in reference. So here string is an object, but final here means the reference x cannot be
Not
changed.
be changed.
So this is the reference, right? So this reference cannot be changed.
Okay.
And in that case, we cannot change the reference. So there's a difference. Why? Because in ArrayList we have a box, right? So we cannot
Mhm,
change this box, but we can definitely change the value inside this box. But in case of a string, we don't have any box, right? It's
mhm.
just a pair, it's just a pure value, so we cannot change. I hope it's clear now.
Yes.
I'll just give this, um, I'll paste it here. It's for your reference. I hope now you are clear with final keyword.
Yes. Pretty much.
Yep. All right. So final is done. Now can you read this finally? Read out loud.
The primary purpose of a finally block is to ensure that the application is brought back to consistent state after the operations performed in the try block. When the finally block Within the finally block, usually resources like streams and database connections can be closed to prevent leaks. Okay, streams and databases connections. Okay, the primary purpose. Applications brought back to a consistent state. Okay, which is my-
Did you understood what it is? Like what is finally?
yes, sir. Is to bring
So
the
yeah.
application back to
Hmm.
consistent state.
No, the okay, yeah, we can say that, but the essentially finally is just used with along with try catch block. So if you have a try catch block, now what is a try catch block? It is a block which is used when we trying to catch some exception and throw some exception, right?
Mhm.
Are you aware of this term exception?
Yes,
So
I've
suppose you have arithmetic exception, right? You know this, right? Runtime exception, compile time exception.
yeah.
Okay. So finally is basically used along with try and catch block. So if we run try and we catch some exception, then it will go through the catch block, and after catch block, it will go through this finally block.
Okay.
Okay. So in this case, we don't have any catch block, so it will directly go to this finally block.
Mhm.
Now there is a catch that when we have all these three blocks, try, catch, and finally, then first it will go to try block. Then, if we found some exception, if then it will go to the catch block. Then it will go to the finally block. Okay. But if we didn't find any exception, then what it will do after try block will directly go to the finally block.
Okay.
Yep. So let me write.
It goes through a certain process. There's a way.
Yep.
There's an
Yep.
order.
Yeah, it will go through this order. Suppose we have some statement here. So first it will go to try and check if we get any exception. If we get exception, we'll just go to this catch and run those exception statements, and after that we'll go to this finally. So this is the block which will definitely run. Finally will definitely run. Okay. Whatever you
Okay.
do, whatever it is, finally will definitely run. So let's go through the definition. So primary purpose of a finally block is to ensure that the application is brought back to a consistent state. Uh,
Mhm.
that's not a proper definition, but Yeah, you can say after the operations performed in the try block. So what I'm telling you, whatever is done in try block, if we catch anything, then it's fine. It will run the catch. Otherwise, it will run the finally block.
Okay.
So I'm just going to write another definition. Whatever it is, finally block will run definitely. And the process is try. If we found exception, then it will go to catch, then it will go to finally. And if we didn't, then it will directly to catch. Sorry, to finally. Okay, this is the flow. Now, why it says that it is meant to brought back to a consistent state? So what happens is when we connect our database in our backend, so what happens is we try to make connections in a try block. And while making the connection, we sometimes get exception. So it will go to the catch block, and finally, if our connection is established, so we'll just run something like yes, our connection is established, etc. So this block will definitely run. Okay, I hope not that confusing. Are you
It's
okay?
pretty understandable. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the third thing is finally block execution. So, but here we are saying that whatever it is, finally block will run definitely. So let's say we have let's say we have this if statement here. So we are saying that yes, finally will run definitely. Now what do? We need to stop it. We don't want to run it. Okay. In that case,
Mhm.
there are only three methods so that finally can be blocked. Like finally can be blocked by us. So first method is if we do system.exit. So if we do this system.exit here, then the below um, code will not get executed.
Okay.
Okay. And if the current thread is interrupted, this is multi-threading, so I'm not going through this. And if JVM crashes, so there are only three ways so that this can be blocked. Okay.
Mhm.
Now we have something called as return from finally. You must never return from within the finally block. So you should never do this. Return something inside a finally. You should never do this. If there is a return statement present in the finally block, it will immediately return, ignoring any other return present in the function. It will work though, but if you have any other return inside your function, then that return will not work. It will directly return because this block will definitely run and it will return everything, whatever you mention here. So
Mhm.
never ever make your returns here inside finally. Okay, hope it's clear. Let's go. Question. Can you answer this?
How do you guarantee that a block code is always executed? Um, Use the finally keyword.
Yep, we can use the finally block. Second
Yeah, the
question.
finally. What kind of things should you do in a finally block? Um, it is used for try, catch,
Let's go.
except try
We don't
and
want
catch
to. Yep, no worries.
exceptions.
We can do multiple things. Let's see what are the. So it is like the safety net of exception handling. It always executes whether an exception is thrown or not. So we can do for resource cleanup, for example, and finally we are closing the things and yeah, we are closing the things. Yeah, basically for that. And for resetting states, logging, auditing. I'll tell you what is logging later. So
Okay, sir.
releasing logs. There are so many things which we can use it for. All right. Next question. What kind of things you
What
should
I
do in a
must
catch block?
do in a catch block. Sir, the catch block will catch the exceptions
Correct.
and then it will pass it down to the finally block if there is no exception.
Yes, correct. Now the fourth question is, does finally block always execute?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but let's see. I just want to test it. It's designed to run no matter what. Try catch. There is, yeah, in case of system.exit,
Oh
let's say if we
yeah, you
have,
mentioned that.
yeah, let's say we have a system.exit in try block. In that case, finally will not run.
Only in try, sir,
Yeah,
or in
in
any.
because first block we will run is try, right?
Yeah, okay, okay.
So if we exit here, so we cannot go to this block itself. So yeah, that's a way. And some fatal JVM errors like out of memory, stack overflow, these things can make it possible. All right.
So that system dot exit, is it an O or a zero
Sorry, just
in the
what?
code? At the code.
Here?
Oh, it's okay, okay, I got it. There's nothing inside the
No,
brackets,
no,
right?
no, no, nothing.
Okay,
And even if there is anything, it should be zero.
okay.
Next question is, does finally block always here? So we got the answer. What are the conditions when the finally block does not execute? Yeah, that system.exit and
System
all.
dot
Yeah.
exit, yeah.
Should you ever return from the finally block? No. Why? Because it will return at that point, and if there is any other return in the statement, then it's not a better thing to do. We can do though, but it's not a good thing to do. Hopefully this is all clear. Finally, next thing is finalize. So yesterday also we went through this. So it's like a garbage collector for us. So when the garbage
Oh,
collector
yes.
determines that there is no reference to an object exist, it calls finalize on that object just before removing that object from memory. So before removing an object from a memory, finalize method gets called. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
just write before removing an object from memory, finalize keyword, sorry, finalize method will get called. Okay, it will not be called if an object does not become eligible for garbage collection or if JVM stops before garbage collector gets chance to run. Yeah, makes sense. Did you understand this line?
Will not be called if an object. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. It could be overridden to release the resources like file handles, database connections, etc. But you must not rely on finalize method to do so and release such resources explicitly. Yeah, so basically, finalize will make sure that it will go to garbage collector, right? So what we should not rely to this because it is a deprecated one. So finalize is it is deprecated now, not used. I think after Java 19 or something. I am not sure, but yeah, it's definitely it's deprecated.
So now it is with Java right now.
I think we have Java 24 currently,
Uh,
but yeah, the main thing is you need to learn Java 8, and that is not in your syllabus, so we don't have much to worry about.
Java 8, right?
Yeah, so Java 8 is not in your syllabus, but we'll go through that uh, after completing syllabus maybe.
Sure.
Fine. I hope finalize is clear. So there is no guarantee that finalize will be called by JVM, and you should treat finalize method only as a backup mechanism for releasing resources. Okay, so you should never rely on this method. That's why it's now deprecated, I guess.
Mhm.
If an uncaught exception is okay, there are some questions. Can you answer them?
What is finalized method in Java?
Yep,
Uh, it is a method that we use before removing objects from memory.
it is a method. What from
A method
memory?
that we use
But
before removing objects from memory.
yeah, but when that object is not getting referenced anymore, right?
When the object is?
I mean the where it is the difference, but yeah, okay, you're saying right. Second question,
When does the finalize method get called?
I think you can answer this one.
Sir, I've not been able to answer that question.
I see.
Mhm.
Read this.
Yeah. Oh, I just answered it, right? I just said before removing an object from memory.
Hmm. Who calls the finalize method?
Mm,
That's a good question. Let's see who calls it. Garbage collector. Okay,
Garbage collector.
but only just before an object is about to be destroyed. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, I think these questions are now. You can see these questions later. I
Okay.
hope now we can just go through this topic. Is this topic clear?
Yeah, this one is clear. I understand.
Finally, fin finalize. All the final things are done.
Yeah, by mistake I hung up instead of.
Yeah, no worries. Hmm. Let's go. Let's put it in progress. Tomorrow we can recap and put it to done. You want to code now or want to go through this
Mm, We
lightning?
can we can code, sir.
Okay. So go to HackerRank, create your account. Just for now, just open this Java 6 and
Java
here,
6.
yeah, Java 6 task and open this link which I shared.
Okay.
Solve HackerRank and log in if you have account. If you don't have, then sign up.
Java 6 solved. I'm signing up, sir.
Okay. Hmm. Can you share your screen now?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
second.
Can you share?
Yeah. Sir, can you see? Or I think it's there's a glitch or something.
No, no, that's fine. Minimize it.
You
Yeah.
can see my screen, right?
Yeah, yeah, I can see.
Okay. This is the link you sent me.
Prepare for
Okay.
job interviews. Student.
Okay. What should I go to now, sir?
The first question. Welcome to Java.
Okay.
And just read this question and can you select Java? Okay, you're selecting Java 7. Can you select Java 8
Where from, sir?
at the top
Okay,
right?
there, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Yep, okay.
Welcome to whatever this entering. What is stand? Oh, stand out. Okay.
Sorry, what?
That STD out, it means stand out, right?
Where did you see?
The first sentence, it's like, welcome to the world of Java. In this challenge, we
Yeah, yeah.
practice printing to stand out.
Standard input output.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
I was confused. The code stubs in a ready-to-be solution class in the main method. Okay. Complete the main method by example. The two lines with the code below passive inside your method. So you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see. I can see you're making mistake. So, few things you need to make sure that whatever it says in input format, whatever says in output, you should uh, you should be able to get that output. Okay. And
Okay.
one more thing, whenever you are coding, you should code inside the block which you want to code. So currently you are coding outside the class. So do you think it is correct?
No.
Where where do you want to code this?
Once after void main string.
Yep. Okay. Cut and paste there.
I don't know why it's not pasting. There's no pasting option here.
Can you
Let's
do
just
Control
type
X?
here, right?
Control V? Control V, can you not do that?
Control V. Oh, Mm.
Okay, never mind.
Mhm.
Just write the code.
Yeah. Oh, it's done, sir.
Done.
Yeah.
Run the code. Yep. Congratulations. Submit code. Okay.
Okay.
You can move to next question. Next
Next
challenge.
challenge.
Yep.
Oh, most academic challenges require you to read input from HTML and standard input and write output to standard output. Okay.
Okay. I'll be back after 5 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah,
You
sure, sir.
you can continue, and I'll be there after 5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
You're fine. ट्रेन इंजन है क्या? Read input from standard input and write output to standard output. One popular read input function means scanner flags specifying the operational system.in. System.in. String, my string. Standard next. My string is okay. My integer because we have mentioned. Okay. Scanner. Investigation. And then closes the scanner because there is no live input to read. And friends tried standing up. There's no sister and friends. Therefore, input is high factor. Okay. Nice journey. I haven't really. Oh, that's fun. Next integer. Mm, okay. Mm, Yes, sir. I don't know, sir. I'm not sure. Okay. Could use scanner, right?
Hmm. So what it wants you to take input is 4200 and 125.
Yeah.
High 5 and it should print my string is high and okay. Yep. All right. Um, Wait. See, the problem is, um, problem in your upload approaches, you're just creating it for three lines of input, right?
Okay.
Acha, okay. It is mentioned you must read three integers from std and then yeah, okay, then it's fine. 4200 and 125.
125.
See, you don't have to pass 4200 and 125. You can just remove that because you there? Your device is removed. Your mic is off. You're on mute.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Hello?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'll go back to.
Yeah, the thing that you mentioned 4200 and 125. So we don't want to do that because when you check what is a scanner, so do you know about what is a scanner?
Like it will take input.
Yeah, it will take input, but from where?
Like you have to write the input. The user has to put in the input
The
for
user
the output to come.
on the console, right? On the terminal, on
Yeah,
the when we run our code, then we pass those things. So you don't have to give
those
4200
inputs.
and 125 here. So in
Okay.
line
So we should
819, you can remove that. 4200 and 125, remove that.
just the digits or the whole line.
Yeah, the digits. Because we will be taking input from our console. Okay. In sample output, you should print what? So first thing you should print. Wait, sample input is this. Sample output is okay. Yeah, why are you doing plus A plus B plus C? You can directly
So
say A
because the
B C.
it was giving me error. So I was just trying my possibilities because in the first place where they give a description, they put a plus. So I thought maybe if I put a plus, it will work.
Okay, but you just remove that. It doesn't matter though, but yeah, please remove that. Yeah, run the code. Let's see what is the issue. Scroll down. No response on standard output. Okay, scroll up. What it is saying that no such element exception.
What does that mean, sir?
And let me see. It is saying that no such exception, element exception. Scroll up. What are you doing wrong? Scroll up.
To the code, to the code.
Think you're doing it correctly. So you can remove the line number 7. I think you are taking one extra input. So that is what causing this. Can you try to run again?
Mm.
Okay. So did you get what is a scanner?
Yes.
So scanner is basically used to take input.
So we must mention that in the start, sir.
Yeah, I should have, but I will include this in next session.
Okay.
Submit code. See, there are so many things that you will learn by doing code.
Yeah,
Not
actually,
everything.
it's really convenient even whatever this platform is.
Yep. So next challenge.
Okay.
Now we are talking. Let's go.
So in this challenge, we test your knowledge of using if-else condition statements to automate decision-making processes. An if-else statement has the following logical follow. If A is true, then B, else C, and if. What is that now? And if. Oh, the F is
And
getting ended. Okay.
yep.
Okay, so
Can you do
task.
this?
Give an
Yes.
integer and this task I should do it.
Hmm?
You said I should do the task.
Yep.
Give an integer and perform the following conditional action. If n is odd, print weird. If n is even and in the inclusive range of 2 to 5, then print not weird. Okay, this is going to be tough. If n is even and in the inclusive range of 6 to 20, print weird. If n is even greater than 20, print not weird. Oh, okay. Input format is like this. Yeah, okay. It should be IN 20. And I mean 1 is less than or equals to n, which is less than equals to 20, right?
Yeah, you just have to print weird, not weird, these things. So there are several cases, I guess. You need to follow some
Okay.
cases, if case. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what you can do. Do you
N
know
is
how
odd and odd
to,
number.
yeah, do you know how to do odd number and even number, how to find out?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Not properly though, sir. I know the upers.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so I should start from
Okay, you can
this
start.
all I should not touch, right?
No,
This
no,
I
no,
shouldn't touch.
no.
Here.
I think it's already taking all the inputs. So you just have to focus on your logic only.
Okay, so I should type here, right, sir?
Yeah, you can do that.
Give an integer n.
Not there. So what this code which is already written here telling you that it is telling you that it is already taking care of the input thing. You just need to focus on how to get the output done. Okay.
Okay, okay. So I should
So yeah,
start from here, right?
no, you should write your code inside main function only, and
There.
yeah, you can write from here.
Okay. Include. Sir, I'm stuck.
Why are you creating n again? It's already mentioned in line number 16, right?
Okay. N is odd. Percentage. What was it?
See, what I'm telling you is that this code is already taking care of the input. So what you're trying to write is already there in line number 16, okay?
Okay.
So you don't have to write for input. You just need to take care of the logic. That you need to find if the number n is even or odd, and if it is odd, then you can print weird, and if it is even and it is in range of 2 to 5, then you have to print not weird, and like that. Okay.
Okay. But sir, I'm still not being able to do this.
You don't have to create n again. So just think like this, that you already have a integer n. Okay, you
N.
have
Okay.
that number already, because in line number 16 we are creating n, we are taking input using scanner.nextInt. Now what is your next goal? You have to think about your next goal. So for now you have to find out if that n is odd or even. Okay,
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
So now you have to think of a logic where you need to find out if that n is even or odd. How can you do that?
Sir, we can use the if statement, right? If
Sure,
n
go
is
ahead.
if
Yep, go ahead. Do that.
if else, right?
You can do that. Yep, not if else, just if for now.
If and then bracket, right, sir?
Yep,
And modulus of 2.
yep, correct. That is equals to, right? You have to put
Yeah.
modulo.
Like that?
Yeah, you have to remove equal sign, equal
Okay.
operator. Yeah, so this means that if your n is n modulo 2, and what should you do after that? Like, what should you write?
We should write that it shouldn't be greater than, it should be in the range of 2 to 5.
No, no, no. First thing you need to find out if it is an odd number or even number. So the logic which you're trying to write is correct, but it's not complete. So you have to
If
write the complete logic.
else.
Yeah, but you have to write the condition inside if.
Okay,
It's not
okay, okay,
complete
okay.
yet.
Got it. System out. Printing. Weird. Else. Um, no. Sir, this should it be in exclamation marks?
Hmm. See, the thing is, you should print everything in double quotes.
Okay.
The problem with your code is you're not writing the correct logic. So you have to first, you know what? First, you think about this problem, how you will solve this, okay?
Uh-huh.
Then try to write code. First, you think that what steps you need to follow, okay? So
Uh-huh.
first thing is you need to find out if it is an odd number, okay? So the logic you are trying to write is n modulo 2. So this
Not
logic
weird.
says, yeah, this logic says that n modulo 2 it will return either 0 or 1, okay? And in both case it is it should be somewhat equals to, right? Like you should write a condition. You're just
Uh-huh.
giving a value. You should in a if statement you should write a condition,
Okay.
but you're not writing a condition. You're just writing a value. So n module 2 is will be a value, and you need to compare it with something like suppose it is a number 4. So 4 modulo 2 will give you 0. Okay.
Okay.
So you should compare 0 with some value like 0 or 1. If 0 is equals to 0, in that case, now you know that the number is even. So you will print weird. Okay. Or not weird, whatever. Now if n modulo 2 is equals to 1, in that case it will be odd number. So you have to print weird.
Okay.
So
So
whenever you divide,
n
yep,
modulus. Yes, continue, sir.
I'm saying, think of your logic.
Whenever.
Think of your logic again. That in a if statement, you need to write a condition, okay? But you're not writing a
Uh-huh.
condition. You're just giving it a value, okay? You should write a
Okay.
condition. And by if you divide a number by 2, the remainder can be anything between 0 or 1. So like either it will be a 0 or either it will be a 1, okay?
One. Mm-hmm.
If you divide a number by 2, so the remainder could be 0 or it could be 1. So suppose if you have a number n and you modulo 2 it, so modulo 2 will give the remainder.
Mm-hmm.
So if you divide the number by 2, so if the remainder is equals to 0, in that case you know that this number is even, right?
Even, yeah.
Yeah, and if the remainder is equals to 1, in that case you know that this number should be odd
Mm-hmm.
because it is giving me remainder 1. Okay.
One. Yeah.
So can you write a logic again? Like your logic is incomplete.
Mm. I don't have a condition. That's why.
You have to, okay, I'm telling you. Just type equals to,
Right now.
yeah, equals to and 1. So it will say that if the number is odd. So now this statement is complete. If the number
Okay.
if the remainder is equals to 1, that means the number is odd number. In that
Okay.
case, you need to print what? You need to print weird.
Weird. Uh,
Okay. And
yeah.
else you need to print, else you have other conditions, like else if it is not even, then definitely it will be odd, or if it is odd, then definitely it will be even.
Even.
So in else, you'll get more conditions. Like if the even number is between the range of 2 to 5, in like you have to print like that. Also, you
In
have to,
else.
yeah, also you have to put semicolon as well.
Over here.
Yeah. And make
But
sure that system S should be capital because system is a class, right?
okay.
Yeah. And print in, it should be ln instead of in.
Oh, so it's L, not print in.
Yeah, it should be
All
ln.
this time I used to think it's print in. So what is print ln mean?
It means print this line.
Okay, got it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So now we have to put the condition, the print not weird.
See,
Two to
one
five,
more
nah.
thing. If you create if, right?
Uh-huh.
If you have if statement, you have to write block as well. Curly braces after if, and inside that you can write system.out. Wait, let me share my screen, okay?
Okay.
So it's a very simple question, and you should not be struggling with this one. Um,
Mm,
you should definitely not struggle with these questions. It's just if and else. I thought you might know these things already, and I was teaching you so like very heavy concepts.
yeah, sir. Actually,
Yeah, no worries. That's fine.
I know this if and I, but yeah, wait.
If else. So our step one should be find out if it is an odd number or even number. Okay. So first step is that you need to check that. So in that case, if n modulo 2 is equals to 1, that means it's a odd number, right? Always try to
Mhm.
write comments in your code so that you can understand like what you are trying to write, okay?
Okay, sir, I can't see your screen though.
Oh, sorry, I think I didn't share. Right. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. So
No, no, I can't see it, sir.
again,
Like it's, I think the internet is slow. That's all. Okay, yeah, I can see. Got it, got it, got it.
okay, all right. So you can see that step one is to find out if it is an odd number or even number. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if n modulo 2 is equals to 1, that means we have an odd number, right?
Yeah.
This is the curly braces I was talking about. You need to put this. And
Okay.
if the statement inside this curly brackets are more than, sorry, are less than 2, then you can skip. Like, then you can skip having this brackets. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a condition. But for you, I will recommend that you do not,
Skip.
yeah, you do not skip. You should keep it. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
after the if condition, create a brackets and just write your code. So what we have to do is if n is odd, print weird. Okay, system.out.println will say weird. Sorry, weird. Okay, and after end of every statement, you have to write semicolon. So it will separate the uh, code. Okay,
Mhm.
so this is a single statement. All right. And in blocks, we don't have to write semicolon after block. So if we have a bracket, we don't have to write semicolon here. Okay. So first thing you need to be familiar with the syntax. Okay. Are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now the second condition is if it is even. Okay. So
Mhm.
in this case, it was odd. Now else, if it's not odd, then all the numbers are even. Then it's even. Okay, and in this, if the number n is um, greater than or equals to 2, and if number is less than equals to 5, because it is saying inclusive, right? That
Inclusive
means,
there.
yeah, inclusive means we have to write equals to as well. In that case, we will print what we will print, not
Not
weird.
weird.
Else, if or you don't have to write else here. If or no, just write else. It's better. If n is in the inclusive range of like if n should be greater than 6 and n should be less than equals to 20, then you should print out what you should print weird.
Weird.
Else what is that? Else if n is greater than 20, in that case we can print out um, weird. Okay, not weird, sorry. Hope this is clear now.
Yeah. Ish.
Now we'll run the code and see it is passed. Submit the code. It is also passed. Cool. I'll share this code with you and don't see the code and just write with write yourself.
Okay,
But
sir.
I'll just share it with you. Yep. Now you can share your screen.
Okay, 1 second. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay.
It is hectic, but you have to go through this struggle phase, okay?
Yeah.
Yep. So
It's
you
part
will
of it.
struggle. Yeah, it's that's a part of it. You have to go through this.
Yeah.
I think you should practice more.
Yeah. Practice is really. I'm really bad at
You
reading.
should give more than 3 hours, maybe. You should at least give 3 hours to Java daily.
Okay, sir. Over here we'll have to write matlab, how much it has range, right?
Um, yeah, definitely.
Less than or equals to 5.
See, the thing is, it is given that 2 should be inclusive as well. So, greater than equals to 2.
Plus this. Okay. Now we have to print it, right? Not here. This will be not here. Yeah. Okay. This is even. And we should include this always here. Hello, it was there.
So, you're having errors.
Not here.
At line number 18, you have one error.
Line number?
18,
Okay.
remove that bracket. And please keep it proper. Yep. Yeah, now you can write.
This one I should take it down like that.
It's your perspective. If you like, you can do. But it's better to just keep it like whatever you did in line number 24 is perfect.
Okay. Else if now we're gonna open a bracket now the integer condition, right, sir?
Yep.
Not condition, range. Less than or equal to 20. Flower bracket. And is greater than 20. Don't print anything, I think. Oh, sir, are you married?
Hmm? What happened?
I'm asking like, are you married?
No,
Oh,
I'm 24-year-old.
how old?
24.
Oh, you are younger than me. Do you know that?
What? Really?
Yeah, you are younger than me. Not weird. Okay. I think it's good, sir.
Um, yeah, it looks good. Yep, you can try run. There is some issue with your code here. It is missing one curly bracket. So just include the curly bracket for your main function. I think you removed it by mistake.
Which I think
The
number
at line 32, just write one more curly bracket.
closing one.
Yep, for the function.
Okay.
Hmm.
Long
So
answer.
here one test case is passing. So your output is, yeah. So in not weird, W should be capital.
Oh, yes, yes, got it. Very case sensitive, right, sir?
Yep, yep. So it is failing one test case. Can you unlock that? Yeah, there you can see unlock button. So it is saying that at 4 it should print not weird.
It's
Okay,
printing no. Oh, at 4 it should print not weird, yeah. But
yeah,
yeah, what's happening?
let's see what's happening. So scroll up. What is happening?
I think this
Um,
two, do there have to be a space here? Or it doesn't
mm,
matter?
let me see. Shouldn't be. Okay. Can you scroll down the left side of it? I think weird should be W should be capital there also. Submit the code.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
good.
nice. Next challenge.
Okay, next challenge is you must read an integer, a double, and a string from standard input, then print the values according to the instruction in the output format section below. To make the program a little easier, a portion of the code is provided for you in the editor. Where is okay? Recommend Java's before attempting this. Completing. Okay, we did it. Input format. There are three lines of input. The first line contains an integer. Okay. The second line consists a double. Okay. And the third line contains a string. But this is opposite.
Mm, okay.
The third line has the input, right? While there they've said that the first line has the
Yep.
integer. So
Let's see the input and output.
okay, output. There are three lines of output. On the first line, print string. Okay. Followed by the unaltered string read from standard input. Unaltered string. Okay. On the second line, print double. Okay. followed by the unaltered double read from the standard input. On the third line, print integer, followed by the unaltered integer from the standard input. To make the problem easy, a portion of the code, okay. Note, if you use next line method immediately following the next integer method, recall that next integer reads integer tokens, because if this, the last new line character for that line of integer input is still queued in the input buffer, and next line will be reading the remainder of the integer, which is empty. Okay, so sample input, sample output. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like it's a easy problem.
Yeah. So we should, for the input first, we should make the person input the integer first, the double second, and then the
Yeah,
third they should input the string.
you just have to figure out that how you take input. That's it. That's all this question is about.
Okay.
So you created a scanner object to scan.
Okay.
So it already took a first input using next int. So you just have to figure out how you will take the input for double and string. That's it.
Okay. For double, I think we'll have to use double d
Yep. Okay.
is equals to scan dot next double. Damn, I'm smart. Double then string. Okay. And d equals to scan dot string. String pattern, sir.
Mm, no, I don't think you have to include any pattern here. Also, string should be capital S.
Oh, that's why I'm facing this.
Mm, you have to take a whole you have to take whole line. So you have to figure out how.
Mm,
So this is where you know that you don't know the syntax of the language. You're not aware of this. You're not aware of certain functions, certain functionalities. So that's where you should start searching over the internet that how to take input for string. Okay, like if you're
okay,
not
I'm just
sure, you can give it a try. Otherwise, you can just go to internet and just search for how we can take input. Okay,
yeah, I just do it.
in Java.
Okay, import. Scanner. Oh,
So there are two ways, right? First one
mm.
is next line, and the other one is next. So just read out these things properly, like what is
Next
the
line. Next line reads the entire line of input, including spaces, until the user presses enter. Next only reads the next token, a sequence of characters separated by white space, until a white space character is encountered. Okay. Uh, string, input string. Okay, got it.
I think in this case you have to write S
Wait, S is in where?
because we're printing out the S, right? For string we have S variable which we are using to print.
Okay.
Yep, print. So you need to figure out if you have to read a whole line or just a word. So if you want to read just a word, then in that case you have to write dot next. And if you want to print the whole line, take input for the whole line, then you have to go for next line.
Okay.
Okay.
Scan. Yeah. Dot next. Next line. Okay. Sir, is this correct?
What happened?
Is this correct?
I can't see your code. Yeah. No, you should write a scan only. You're writing scanner. If you created an object with name scan, then why are you using scanner?
Okay, okay. We already created scan as the object.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna use scanner.
And
We've been using
else should be capital.
next line.
So it should be camel case. This is a camel case convention where the first word of a function or a method will be small, and after the next word will be the first letter should be capital. So it's like a camel case.
Okay.
Yeah, now I think you can try to run.
Run the
Let's
code.
see, and hopefully, let's see what happens. Yeah, so yeah, so you're not getting the correct answer. Now,
Mhm.
this is a tricky question. Why you have to figure out why this is not working, why it's not taking the value of a string,
Because we didn't mention the string.
but we did mention, right? We did
No, we
print
didn't
out the
mention. I think
where.
we uh okay, 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 yeah, yeah.
So this is something uh, you can try by. Um, yeah, I have one solution for you, but I don't know if it will work. But it's been a long time facing this one. So scroll up. I can tell you what you can write here. So just after the line 8,
Uh-huh.
press enter. Yeah, right. Scan dot next line. Next line. Sure.
Capital L.
Yeah, yeah. You can press enter. It will. Yeah, okay. Also brackets also, and semicolon. Try running it again.
Ah, sir, what was the problem?
It is something. It is something with the with how a scanner works. So I want you to use Copilot for this one. I don't think I can explain how this thing works.
Okay, I'll do that.
So just
What
copy
should I
the
ask
whole,
Copilot?
yeah, copy all the code and remove the line which I told you to add, and just ask Copilot, what is wrong with my code? How can I fix it?
Okay, 1 second. Don't even have Copilot.
Or maybe ChatGPT,
Um,
whatever you want. Yeah,
okay, it's there. I should write it without this, right?
yeah. Remove this one and just copy everything and paste over Copilot and just ask what is wrong, why it's not working. It should work.
Again, I can't copy this.
Control C.
Control C,
Yeah,
right?
Command C. Yeah, or you can right click and copy.
I right click, it's just showing this.
Okay, just Control C. Yeah, that will work. Control V.
I
Just read that. It is giving you an answer.
what should I ask
What
it?
is
Why
wrong?
this code? What is running, right? Why this
Yep,
code not running?
yep. Yeah, you can see. So after reading integer and double using next int and next double, the scanner does not consume the new line character. Okay. So there
Mm-hmm.
is one thing whenever there is a string, okay, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
whenever you're trying to read from a console, so slash n is a escape character which is hidden, okay. So slash n is a character is a escape sequence, which means it's a new line, and it doesn't read the
Oh,
new line character. Okay, so that follows the
okay.
double input. So when next line is called, it immediately reads that leftover new line and returns an empty string. So what happens is, suppose you're taking input for integer. So you took the input, and then you took the output. Then you took the input for double. But
Mm-hmm.
after that, it doesn't consume the leftover new line. Okay. So for that, we are going to add one more line for scan.next line. So it will consume the leftover new line. And then you can just
Okay,
write your actual string.
got it.
Yep. So yeah, that's it.
Sir, I have a question. How did these we did nobody put these values 42, 3.4, and how did they appear in the output?
Yeah, okay, I'm telling you. So you can see, right? Test against custom input. There's an option on the bottom you can see. Can you
Ah,
tick? Yeah, click over there. And here you will give all the values. So let's
okay.
say for the integer you're giving 42. So just give 42.
Mm-hmm.
Enter, press enter, and just write 3.14. This is also fine. No worries. 3 point,
Okay.
yeah. Enter and write something. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And
After this?
yeah, run the code. So it is also
Mm,
working fine. But the problem is you're getting error because it should print the string. So now you can fix your code from the You just have to write again the next line, and it will consume the new line, leftover new line. Okay.
Mhm. Like we did like this
Yep.
scan
Scan
dot
dot.
next line.
Yep. Yep. So it's a very common mistake, and it can be found while you. No, it cannot be found in compile time. So you have to write test cases for it to get it checked.
Okay.
Yeah, you won't get compile time error in this case. You'll just get logical issues. Um, I hope you are able to understand. Why are you writing it again? You already wrote it, right? Just
Yeah. Oh,
at line number 15,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
press Control X or Command X. Oh, yeah, you can directly delete that. Put semicolon over there. Yeah, so I hope now you can submit the code and it will run.
Yeah. Mm.
Submit code. Let's see if it's passing all the test cases. Yeah, so you can go to the next challenge. You are now 1 star in Java. So there are a total of 6 stars.
Okay.
And you can share this on your LinkedIn or wherever. You can mention this in your resume as well, that you are six
Oh,
star hacker rank in Java.
that's amazing.
Yep. So this is like you can share your achievements.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Java system out printf. Still understanding of formatting output using printf. To get you started, a portion of the solution is provided for you in the editor. You must format and print the input to complete the solution. Format and print the input. The line equal to string made by an integer. Okay. Okay. Each string will have maximum 10 characters and each integer will be inclusive value 0 to 9. Output format. In each line of the output, there should be two columns. Okay. First column should contain string and is left justified using exactly 15 characters. Okay. First column is 15 characters. The second column contains the integer expressed in exactly 3 digits. Okay. Second column is the 3 digit integer. If the original input has less than 3 digits, then you must pad your output's leading digits with zeros. Okay. Sample input Java 100, CP65, Python 50. Sample output Java 100, CPP 065, Python 050. Okay, okay, because of making it 3 digits. All right. So input. Sir, am I right?
Um, Let me check. I'm checking out. There is one sample input, then sample output. I think. Hmm. Yeah, you need to take input, and you need to take. Yeah, it is taking input. It is taking.
Over here where I was writing.
No. In the for loop, you can see, right?
Uh-huh.
Inside the for loop, there is a string and there is a scanner object sc.next and
Mm-hmm.
sc.next int. So you have the objects, okay?
Okay.
So you're taking input properly and you just have to print the sample output. That's it.
Okay, one more line I should type here, right?
Yeah. And the output format you need to take care of. Like the first column contains the string and is
Mm-hmm.
left justified using exactly 15 characters. The second column contains the integer expressed in exactly 3 digits. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, this is a good question. You need to first read this question output properly, like read out, read out loud, and figure out what
Okay,
you have
the
to do.
output format. In each line of output there should be two columns. The first column contains a string and is left justified using 15 characters. Second column contains the integer expressed in exactly 3 digits. If the original input has less than 3 digits, you must pair your outputs leading digits with 0. So yeah, they have to have zeros if they are not 3 digits.
Yep. So, what are you thinking? How will you approach this problem?
We need rows and columns. We have to know how to use. I think so. Complete this line. What about this line, sir?
Which one?
The first input string s1, and then there is integer x. Oh, I think that's it. Do we have one more line here, sir?
Where?
Here in the string s1 for the input part.
No, no, no. Why do you want to take one more line?
Because there are three inputs. Think.
Yeah, but we are using for loop, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
And that is going from 0 to 3. That
Oh,
means
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this loop will run for 3 times. Okay.
Cool. Mhm. So this string s1 sc it is the what is this? The first input,
Yeah, it will fetch the Java.
Java 100.
100 will be fetched by X.
Oh, I got it now.
Yep.
The string will only show us the words, and this integer will show us the numbers.
Yep, correct.
Okay. Now we have to write
Hmm.
if for Sir, am I doing right?
Um, what do you want to do?
Uh, I want to add, if the digits, there is two digits, it should add a zero.
And how will you find out if there is two digits?
I think it's given in the input already, sir.
No, no, no. Suppose we change the input, okay? That's just sample input, okay?
Okay.
So we can change the sample input. There are multiple test cases when you submit the code, right? So you don't know the other test cases. What is the value given over there?
Hmm.
So you have to write a general code which will work on any test case or
Okay.
any input. So you have to figure out how you can find out that if a number is three digits or not. So there's a one very simple way to find this out. If the
Less
number
than
is,
100.
yeah, yeah, correct. If the number is less than 100, that means it is two digits. But
Okay.
what if the number is less than 10?
Then it is one digit,
Then we have to add two zeros, right?
two digits. Yeah, two zeros.
So now you know the process. Now I think you can add the number of zeros in the output. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. If uh, one
After if we have uh, n- normal
bracket,
bracket, yeah, and after that we have curly bracket. After that, not inside that. See, so it looks like you have to focus more on the syntax part for now. It looks like
yes.
your basics is not up to the mark.
Yeah.
So I think for next session we will be focusing on improving these things only. So I just
Okay.
don't want to go to the much higher theoretical concepts because it doesn't matter if you can't even do the small things.
Hmm.
So curly brackets, open curly bracket. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
You have to write condition inside the brackets.
This
Yeah.
bracket,
Yeah.
if one is less than n, it-
If I is less than 100, then it can be one digit or two digit. Okay. It should be less than 100, right? And one should not be like if x is less than 10. First, right? If x is less than 10, then it means
okay,
that it is not equals to, should be less than 10, strictly less than 10.
okay,
Then it means that x is one digit, okay? So in
okay,
that case, we need to add two zeros,
okay,
okay? So just create one more variable with a count of zero, not inside that. So there is a scope, okay?
mhm,
So where do you want to declare your variable? You have to understand the concept of scope. So let's see, you can see that you are declaring string and integer inside a for loop, okay? So
mhm,
that string s1 and x will only be accessible inside that for loop. You cannot access it outside the for loop, okay?
okay,
Yeah. So in this case, you want to create a counter variable just to store the amount of count of 0. Okay, so you have to create
Mhm.
another variable to store the count of zeros, that how much zero you have to include when you're trying to give output. Okay,
Mhm.
so after line 12 you can press enter and create one more variable to store the number of zeros you want to add. Okay, so just write integer int int space number of zeros, no capital O F capital Z E R O, number of zero.
Here, right now, number of zeros.
Yep, not like this. You cannot create variable with spaces. There are some convention that you have to follow. So the first, just write n. N should be small.
Uh,
It's a
Okay.
variable. It's not a class.
Mhm.
O,
Small.
yeah,
Mhm.
number, no, with
Mhm.
capital O, then small f, number of,
Capital O.
yeah, capital O, small f,
Number of.
capital Z, number of zeros. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Is equals to 0. So we declared number of zeros variable as a 0. Okay.
Mhm.
Now in this case, if the x is less than 10, the number of zeros will equals to be 2. So inside f, just write number of zeros equals to 2.
Inside.
Yeah, inside this, line 15,
Okay. What should I write?
number of zeros should be equal to 2. Enter, press enter, equals to 2. I hope you're getting the point why I created this variable and why you're assigning this as 2.
Yeah. You are making this number of zeros. It means it is representing this number of zero word is representing zero.
Yeah, correct.
So now you're using two because you need two zeros when it's under less than 10. So you are mentioning that we need two zeros.
Yep, correct.
Okay,
Now
so now
if,
we need to
yeah,
go else.
else, yep, else not there, you have to write else outside if,
Okay.
else, curly brackets, um, curly bracket,
Mm.
else if x is less than 100,
After this, I should write else if or just
yeah,
only this.
yeah, else if,
Okay.
yep. Inside the small brackets, just write if x is greater than equals to 10 or and 10 and x is less than 100.
And
X is less than 100. So in that case, number of zeros is equals to 1. Okay. So
okay.
inside the curly brackets, you have to write number of zeros equals to 1.
Ta-da. Hmm.
Yeah, now you can write your logic to print out. You have to think of, just read out the output format again and see what it is asking you to do. Like it wants the additional 15 characters after the word, and after that you have to represent the number with the proper number of zeros, and yeah, like that. So it is a complex question for you. It will take you have to use all your brain here to get it done.
Yeah. Uh, each line of alphabet there should be two columns. Okay. The first column contains the string and left receiver 15 characters. Okay. System out print LN. We should write inside the bracket, sir.
Um, yeah, inside the for loop.
Yeah, inside the for loop. Is this? Yeah, yeah, it is inside the for loop. System out printing. Okay. Two columns means
There are some post-session activities also.
yes, sir.
Yeah, there are some post-session activities also, like some questions which I sent you. So you have to create your account on LeetCode and solve over there as well. But those questions
Okay,
are, yeah, those questions are way too hard for you. So just, yeah, we'll do that in session only.
okay, sir. Sir, now
Hmm. What happened?
um I'm not being able to know
Yeah, no
what to do.
worries. Yeah, yeah, it's a complex question. You have to struggle. Just give it a try, or maybe try asking Copilot.
Okay,
First of all, just give it a try, and if you can't, then just let me know.
okay.
मीटिंग में है।
Sir, I tried this.
Uh,
Is it?
you're using regex?
No, I just used this.
Yeah, this is regex. Don't go like this. This is way too hard for you to understand.
Yeah, that's why I was like, how am I supposed to know this? When I saw this code, I was like, "Ye kya hai?"
Yep.
It's like too advanced, right? Because it literally says
Yeah.
15
Yep.
spaces and then jo bhi hai, it's
This
too.
is regex pattern, so we'll go through that. We'll learn regex as well, but not now because yeah, it's an advanced topic.
Mhm,
So for now, okay, I'll code. Okay, you don't worry.
mhm.
You can check my
Okay,
screen.
sir.
You struggled enough. What was the question again? Um,
15 spaces and
this
all
one?
that string should be on the
This one,
in each
right?
line of input there. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So we need to first check this, that how much spaces do we have here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or maybe 8. I'll just do this. String s equals to, this comes out, and then s dot length. Okay, so I'll check how much is the length of this. So it is printing out 18. That means we have from here to here we have 15 characters, okay?
Okay.
And the last three will count, so total it will be 18. Similarly, in this case also we have total 18, and for this one also it looks more, but it is not. Let me do this.
Because the word is big, I think.
Yeah, because the word is big. So let me run it. Yeah, so you can see it is also 18. So now we know that whatever it is, we just have to complete the 15 letters, and after that we have to keep it 3, okay? So yep, let's remove this. Okay. Hmm. We need to print. Okay. System.out.println. Println. And what will be the first word? So first would be the string, okay? So s1 plus. Now we need to add these spaces, right? So how much
Mm-hmm.
space do we want?
15.
So yeah, so we want the number of spaces to be 15 minus uh, s1 dot length, right? Does it look good?
Yeah.
Will be the number of spaces, right? Does this make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, so in this case, we can just create a new integer, number of spaces is equals to, and we'll just say that 15 minus s1 dot length, and we can go through the constraint, but yeah, there is no such constraint. Okay, all right, it's not mentioned. So we will print the number of spaces. So for, let's say we have a string word, sorry, string spaces equals to this. So we'll just write for int I in number of spaces, we do spaces plus is equals to this. So what it says, can only iterate over an array. Okay, yeah, makes sense. We can say start from 0, star and less than spaces plus plus. That makes sense. All right, so now we can just do these spaces, and after that we have to count the number of zeros, right? So int num of
Okay.
zeros equals to 0. Now if the x is less than 10, in that case we know that number of zeros is equals to 1. Else if x is greater than equals to 10 and is less than 100, in that case we know, yeah, that number of zeros must be equals to 2, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
in that case we'll just create another for loop, or we can say if we can say that the string, we create another string 0, we'll keep it like it, and if number of uh, oh yeah, we can just create it like this also, or maybe yeah, if 0 is um, yeah, so if number of zeros is equals to 1, then 0 is equals to this. Else if number of zeros equals to 2, then 0 is equals to this, right? I think we need to give it some other variable. Let's give it a, yep, okay, spaces, then we have to 0, then we have to what, x. I think this should work. Okay, not, but why we are getting extra 0? Why? In which case, in the CPP, we are having the number of, wait, did I do something wrong? Oh, yeah, correct. So in this case, if we have it, then it should be 2. This should be 1. Yeah. Okay, that should be fine. I'll share this code with you.
Yeah, please, sir.
So it's a beginner-friendly code, and you'll be able to understand this. But yeah, there is also a regex option. So yeah, regex would be much more easier to go with. Let's submit the code and see if the test cases is getting passed. Did you understand what I did?
Yes, sir. I just need to go through the code nicely again. I'll just check it out.
All right.
Okay, where have you sent me? Sir, can you send me this specific code on WhatsApp? Because I don't know if that
I sent you.
message
Yeah,
on
I sent
WhatsApp.
you on. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously,
I
we
think so.
can make it simple, but yeah.
Uh, yeah. I think, sir, let's wind up for the day. I'm
Yeah,
hungry.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, I was
I haven't
thinking
had
about that.
breakfast actually. Today I had a football match in the morning, so after the match I just came in to the class.
Okay. Yeah, we'll wind up and just a moment. I just want to. Yeah, I'll just share my screen. Just give me 2 minutes. We need to replan everything because this session we couldn't finish.
Didn't go as planned, right?
Yeah, we couldn't go. So yeah, I thought it would be easy for you, but it looks like you have to work a little hard.
Yeah, right now I think I'm free like from today. I think tomorrow I'm gonna be totally free, and tonight I'll do all these assignments which you've given me.
Yeah, so in I told that you have to at least solve 5 questions. So you did great job. We solved 4 questions.
Okay.
So yeah, so you have to solve one more question, and then we can mark it as complete.
Done.
Yeah, no, not done because yeah, we have an in-session task, but and we have two main questions, but I don't think you can solve these questions because it's based on recursion, and I'm not sure if you can solve this. So
We can solve
um,
it together.
yeah,
Okay.
so I'll just mark it as in progress,
All right.
and this finally finalize this thing. I'm gonna mark it done tomorrow, and we have two more things we have to complete. Yeah, so I quickly want to go through this one. I think we can, or maybe yeah, we can do it tomorrow. Yeah,
All right.
never mind.
Okay.
Anyway, its due date is 24. So yeah, we
Mhm.
need to change the due date. Yeah, okay. By tomorrow, we have to finish these tasks some by any means.
Okay,
Yep,
sir. Even I will do some on my own before like coming to class.
yep, okay. We need to finish like the first unit at least within like by maybe tomorrow or not tomorrow. Maybe in next 2 or 3 days, we need to finish at least first unit. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay then.